Welcome to HumanityWins.net. Please read the important disclaimer on your screen. All of the content provided is for entertainment purposes only. It should not be taken as medical or legal advice. Please contact your doctor or lawyer if you require such advice. Thank you. The show starts right now. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Change is Near. Today is episode 29 of April 1st of the year 2022. So we're going into the third month of Change is Near. We started on February 27th. And, has flown by 29 episodes. And as I said, if you have any suggestions for any topics you would like me to touch on, I'll be more than happy if you send me an email or you just do it through the comment sections on the platform you are watching. So today's episode, it's complicated because, we usually don't take suggestions on this topic very well from others. So I want to clarify. This is just my suggestion. I just want to tell you my story, that I had a problem with a friend, and in a way, how difficult it was really to patch things up in my heart. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to be continuing to see this person if he or she really hurt you. But it's very important that you patch things up inside you. That's very important as balance within you. If something in the past and the pride is not allowing you to patch it up, your pride, again, you have to do it yourself. It doesn't matter what the other person do. It doesn't matter if he or she forgave you, if they think everything is your fault. It's very common that happens. Like, for example, in divorces. When a married couple divorces, they always say there are two stories for a divorce or to a divorce. The story of the man and the women or whatever. I know there are now multi-genders and that. I'm not going to go into that. I don't have a problem with anyone, what they do with their own free will, but let's talk about the 100 years ago, the usual married couple, which was a man and a woman. And there's always a story there. And it's conflicting stories usually, and of course there's pride going on and things like that. So my message on this episode, which is, I don't know how much I'm going to take, but it's not going to be long. Is you are going to be with your family and friends only in this reality, okay? I believe very strong about that. I'm sorry if you have heard otherwise. I believe very strong about that. Of course, it's up to you. Like on all my episodes, whatever resonates inside you, maybe there's something there. If what I'm saying doesn't resonate with you and you believe you're going to be with your family forever, then that's your story right now. That's your place right now, you see? I'm a firm believer we're all in a line and we're in different places and we were in the same place, just a matter of time. Movement through your eternal existence, you're in a place and maybe you were in a dark place and maybe you were in a bright place and it shifts all around. And remember, you can go on the right direction and then you can go backwards, okay? That's allowed if you start going rogue or bad. So we're all on different positions and I don't judge anyone, okay? I was on your position maybe in the past, or I'm going to be in your position if you're further along in the future. So, not judging. So this is just a suggestion. My feeling is you are going to be with your current family and friends only in this expression. So yes, when your soul leaves your body, physical body, in this expression, whenever that happens, it's going to be the end as far as the story with your family and your friends for you. You see, you go, and unfortunately, they suffer your loss, and they continue remembering you. Through years, when there's 1 year, 2 years, 3 years of the separation. Let's call it that. There's always remembering, and as a friend used to say, just a funny comment, it's everyone that dies becomes a saint. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Maybe you were that good of a father, of a brother, of a friend. Usually we tend to remember the ones that passed away with good things. So that's good. I certainly can appreciate that. So let's assume that you have a problem with a family member or a friend. And I'm really not going to go into specifics, but whatever. Your father, your mother, your brother and sister, your son or daughter, your uncle, whatever. Direct family, indirect family, cousin or whatever. And let's also assume you have the same type of problem with a friend, close friend, that you don't talk to them anymore, he or she, because you had a misunderstanding, or there's pride going on, or you feel they actually hurt you or whatever. I'm not trying to say you need to forgive and forget everyone. That's why I say forgive and forget, and then continue seeing the person. No, that will be that's too much. Okay, but I mean, if you do that, kudos to you. I'm gonna share with you a story. There was this very good friend. Around 7 years ago, we used to go out a lot. I mean, I'm married, he's married, and we used to go out a lot as friends for especially lunches. We had a lot of things in common. We really liked each other, you know, our companionship, and we were really good friends to each other. I really felt that he was a very good friend to me, and I was a very good friend to him. So he was in the X business. There's no point going into that, but he had a successful line of stores or whatever, and he offered me to invest on an extra 1 or 2 stores, depending how much the money will go. So I told him I had just an X amount of money, and that was all my excess money, actually my savings, and I was more than willing to give that to him. But we did what is called a handshake agreement, and that, for me, I don't know how it's for you, but for me, that's basically set in stone. Okay, that's more than a paper contract or whatever legal document you want to present. That, for me, is really important. If I have a handshake verbal agreement with someone, I'm gonna honor it. Doesn't matter what I need to do. I'm gonna honor it. Okay. So it was very crystal clear to me, and apparently to him, that we had this agreement that I said, you know, I'm going to invest, but I just need to get my money back. Okay. No interest, nothing more, no earnings, but if I'm giving you 100, I need to get 100 back. Okay. So if you want to go ahead like that with that agreement, that's the only thing I ask. And he said, all right, and the only thing I ask is that you are a silent partner and you don't question my judgment or my actions, you know, in the business, because I really cannot handle that. You need to leave me alone, and I will first of all, I will give you back your money, and then you will have a profit, okay? So everything looked good, right? So we turned the clock 2-3 years. Of course, there were no earnings, there was no money back, and there was no questioning on my part, but it got to a moment and say, what's going on? Okay, I'm not questioning, but like I said, you know, I was going to talk to you, the business failed, your stores failed, and all the money was lost. And I was like, all right, so that's fine, I'm not upset, just let's honor the handshake agreement that you were going to give me your money back, because it was not something casual. We spoke about it for an hour. I think we were having a lunch, and I said, you really need to concentrate on this, that you're going to do anything you need to do to give me my money back. Ask for a loan, sell whatever you need to sell, but just give me my money back and I'll be fine with it. And he said, yeah, I kind of remember it, but you know, business is business and that. So he said, okay, I'm going to give you your money back. I just cannot give it in one payment. So he started making extremely small payments, less than 1% of the sum. And I had to pressure him. Of course, the friendship was going down the drain because of this. There was interference, and it was very difficult for me to spend time with him. I felt betrayed, and there was several things going on. Okay, so I'm speeding up the story. Basically, he gave me back like maybe 5 to 10% of the sum, and after months of this, I said, I cannot keep going like this. Just give me my full money back, and really, it will be the end of this. I will continue to be friends. I'm not upset. And he said, you know what? I was going to tell you, I cannot even give you very small sums anymore. I have a lot of problems. You have to understand it was business. I don't care what the agreement was. And he started even threatening of kinds of actions, including physical action against me or my family and that. So I was really upset for 24 hours. I was in a dark place. I was thinking very bad things were going through my mind and heart, very bad things. I'm not going to be specific, but you can imagine. I was really thinking of hurting this person, and there was a lot of pride, and I was depressed that, this really good friend will do this to me, and then after 24 hours, and I want to interject a suggestion here. Whenever you have a problem, always sleep on it, okay? Always sleep on it. Sleep helps a lot, especially if you dream, if it's a deep sleep. So during that day that we had, was a telephone conversation, and he threatened me and that. I was very upset. I was preoccupied because I basically lost my savings. So that put me in a bad financial spot. But I was upset about the friendship and the whole feeling betrayed, and the handshake agreement feeling betrayed, that I honor my part and the other person didn't honor it. So I went to sleep and I woke up, and it was like another day, like day and light. Okay, sorry, like darkness and light, like that. I was dark the day before, I was light the day after. And you know what I said? I cannot control others. I cannot control what they do. I cannot control if they honor their agreements, but I can control myself. And I can control how I feel. And I can control if I allow it to be hurt by this, it's just going to hurt me. So I forgive this person. In my heart, of course, I cannot continue a friendship. That's what I want to precise. I mean, just patching things up, the story of this episode doesn't mean you're going to continue a relationship. But patch things up in your heart. I mean, you don't even have to speak to the other person, you see. You don't have to be, so vocal about it, saying, by the way, I forgive you, whatever you want to say. I didn't do that to this person. I did it in my heart. And for me, the score was settled, the debt was settled. I didn't want any more money, even if I was offered the money, a percentage, or all the debt. I was not interested in that anymore. And for me, this person became like a stranger, okay? But I said through my episodes that it's a kind of formation to beam love. And I want to explain that because it's a little bit confusing. So you see, you can beam love to your family members and close friends. And then you can also beam love to the universe. It's not specific to a specific person or group of persons or planet. You just beam love. That love, when it hits another love beacon, it reverberates, it explodes into 3 times, 5 times. The universe puts in a little bit of love as well, and it makes it bigger. So that's why when you become a beacon of love and guidance and you're just beaming love to, you don't know where, it's just going out. It's incredible. It's really our best version of ourselves, you see. So I want to clarify that it's not that I continue to have a relationship with this person. I really don't know anything about his life anymore. That was like 3 years ago, 2019, the whole discussion and problem. But I was upset like for 24 hours, a little bit less. And then I patched things up in my heart. And for me, the problem was finished. And the reaction from others was incredible. For example, from my father, and he said, "You are really stupid. I mean, let's put any legal action to recover the debt. I mean, this is defrauding. It's basically a crime." I said, "I don't care about anything about that. I mean, I've forgiven him in my heart. I forgot about the debt in my heart. For me, the score is settled, and I don't have any problem anymore." Of course, I clarify, I'm not gonna try to see this person anymore. Of course, I want to clarify about that. So when I mean patching things up is, let's say you had a discussion with your father, mother, again, I'm not going to keep repeating, son, daughter, whatever. And you are not talking to this person for years or months. Just in your heart, patch things up. If you want to, make a phone call or see this person physically, that's fine as well. That's even better in a way. But the important thing is you patch things up in your heart. That there's no pride in your heart, no hate in your heart, no negative emotions in your heart, just love. Okay? And it's understandable if you don't want to have a direct love, like I don't have a direct love for this person, but I try to beam love out generally. So in a way, for me, it's like a stranger in the street. I don't have a problem with him. I hope that makes sense. So also, I wanted to say that, and that's why I chose these pictures, and I'm sorry, I take 5 minutes to choose the pictures. I really don't go very into it. I try to avoid pictures that have a license, again, because I'm using the Fair Use Act, which is basically I'm taking these pictures, I'm not making any profit, so I know they belong to someone, but the ones I try to choose are usually like free or, free license, basically use them, no problem, okay? So I chose this picture because it kind of shows, this is more like friends, not more family. And friends, real true friends, are like an extension of the family, okay? So also you have a problem with a good friend, if there's a misunderstanding, just patch things up. In your heart, you don't have to say it to anyone. And if you can, if you want, if you feel like it, just mention this person, I don't have a problem anymore. And if they respond, which is highly expectable, again, we're all in a line. So maybe you're further along than this person. And this person is farther behind. There's no good or bad. He's just in that place. He's going to be you in the future. So maybe this person responds, "No, it was you." All right. I just wanted to tell you that I don't have a problem anymore. Stay with your version. I'm not going to question it. That's fine. And just, you don't have to see them anymore. Just avoid them. And same thing goes for something I mentioned in a couple of episodes called energetic vampires. You see, when you beam love out and it gets to a person that is in your level, in your position in the line that I'm talking about, that love reflects to the universe to a third being that is probably going to reflect it to a fourth being, and this reflection gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and that's the love that powers the universe. The universe is mostly love. Actually, the universe is all love. Bad energies, bad emotions belong in the anti-universe, that dark place, okay, that you can shadow there when you're feeling like this. So that's also why I suggest you, again, you have your free will. If this doesn't resonate with you and you want to stay upset with whoever you're upset, that's perfectly fine. I'm just suggesting you that these emotions belong in the anti-universe. So the more we vibrate in the universe, the better. And going back to the friends things, also, because you are only going to be with, excuse me, my God, you're only going to be with them in this expression. Sorry about that, my throat got really dry for a second. You're only going to be with them in this expression. You might want to enjoy as much as you can with them. Don't leave things for the future. Don't leave things for retirement. I've seen many people that leave things for retirement and then they get sick. I mean, there's a story of a close person, I'm not going to go into details who he is, that everyone was about retirement, and the moment he retired in his 60s, he was ill with a very debilitating illness that basically he is not enjoying this. He's still alive in this expression, he's still living this expression, but he's not enjoying, no, believe me, because really debilitating disease. Okay, so let's not leave things for the future. We might not even be here in 10 years, okay? So if you have the chance to enjoy your friends today, enjoy them. If you have the chance to enjoy your family today, enjoy them. If you have a chance to patch things up with family or friends today, do it. And remember, it's a personal process. You just go into your heart. If you want the technicalities, you just go into your heart and you forgive this person for whatever you feel he or she did to you. And that's that. The sentiment goes away. The feeling goes away. Believe me, it goes away immediately. You are better. You're in a better place immediately. And the much you rid yourselves from these emotions and these feelings, the better you are. It's not that you're the better person. Remember, we're all equal. If you're a horrible demon, you're in the line. You're in the last place. Okay, sorry about that. We're all in a line. We're all going to be angels at the end eventually. You're probably going to be, let's say, class of the year 2100. You become an angel. And yesterday I talked about the possibility there's an ascension. I don't believe the universe is concerned about ceremony, but let's say there's a ceremony at the end and you ascend into your higher self, your best expression, your superior self, become an angel. So you're, let's say, class of 2100 of Earth years. And maybe a demon is going to be class of the year 2 billion, but he's going to be an angel like you. It's just going to take more time because he's so concentrated on bad things, bad feelings, going rogue, interfering with others, being parasitic, being opportunistic, not respecting the laws of balance of the universe, not understanding the karma, abusing his free will beyond the limits of non-interference and balance. And so he's going to be an angel much after than you, okay? So really enjoy your friends, patch things up, enjoy the things that the earth offer. And again, I'm not asking you to drink alcohol or drink or eat certain foods, but just enjoy yourself. Don't be so concerned about that. Really, I see some persons that kind of resonate with me, but not 100%. And they say you have, for example, be vegan and not eat meat and don't drink alcohol and whatever you feel that you need to do it, okay? I mean, unfortunately, we have a food chain. We are biological beings that have the necessity to drink and eat. So I wish it was not the case, to be honest. And I think it's not going to be the case in the future, a long future. Maybe in 1,000 years, we're going to be physical beings that don't have this necessity and we can go by air. Actually, I know a person that is, she's a woman and she is the spouse of a good friend of mine and she's very skinny. But the thing is, she eats and drinks very small amounts of food and water. And by the way, she's not obsessed. She's not the disease, I forgot the name, that you throw up and that. No, she's not anorexic. No, she's not anorexic. She just needs very low amounts of food and drink. So even when she was pregnant, my friend, he was concerned. I said, she doesn't eat. She's still eating salads and fruits, but very small amounts. And the child came out, she was pregnant 3 times, and the child came out okay, because you see it's the balance. She's probably a superior being, okay, that's the wrong word, not superior, a different being right now, physical being. She's probably she's probably has ascended physically, so the shell they gave to her is a little bit more advanced than the shells we have. Also, I don't mean to put excuses on us, but the quality of the food right now, it's very low, so that's why you need higher amounts, because you see your body is extremely intelligent, and it will tell you that you are still hungry when you drink low quality foods. That's why they say if you go to McDonald's, for example, that I don't go very often, or none, basically no, but let's say years ago I did go to McDonald's several times, many times, whatever, and a very funny fact from McDonald's and similar places is you eat like a high amount of calories and foods. So if it was just about the calories, why am I hungry like 2 or 4 hours after? Because the quality of the food was low. Sorry, McDonald's, but come on. And it's not exclusive to McDonald's, many of these similar places. So what I'm trying to say is enjoy this reality. Things are going to be different in other realities. They are not going to be necessarily bad or good. They're just going to be different. And you have your family and you have your friends and you're still in this reality. So really you have all the tools to enjoy it. It's up to you to enjoy it. I know you might be feeling not physically well. I spoke about this yesterday. Fortunately, there's a lot of people having ailments, physical ailments. I'll do an episode for some suggestions that have worked for me because I have these ailments as well. Usually if you have these phantom diseases or these very strange diseases like kind of where they have put all these diseases in one called fibromyalgia, whatever. It's just an invention of the pharma industry and the medical doctors to invent a disease because they didn't have an explanation. Okay, so it's basically everything that is wrong with the world makes you have physical symptoms. Inflammation basically is the biggest one, and that's why your body hurts. You might have dizzy spells, which is the one I unfortunately get. They are pretty bad, and it's a silent disease because you cannot say anything, but they are hard to handle. And you might have situations that you just don't feel well with energy. I know, but please try. You have an incredible force inside you. It's incredible, believe me. It's the force of a lion. It's really something incredible. So please do ask for this force and ask for help in traversing this reality. You must enjoy every second on this world and every second on all your expressions. It's very important. It's part of your learning. And you see, it's not because at the end it's not going to be fun. Your best expression is going to be your ultimate expression, which is going to be the best version of yourself, and you're going to become a spiritual angel. And it's going to be fun, and you're going to be feeling okay all the time. So enjoy please this reality. And thank you for watching. As always, please share this content. You don't have to ask for permissions. You already know. You have any comments or suggestions, use the comments, use the email that is in the screen right now. And always please be sure to check the guys from Waking the Future. In my opinion, the best alternative channel right now because they just speak the truth. As they say, they just try to keep it real. All right, so thank you very much and have a very, very, very nice day. We want you on the show. Send me an email to hey@humanityways.net to schedule an interview. Help me out by making the show more interesting, fun and knowledgeable by having you on and giving our viewers the opportunity to learn from you. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You're this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance for all. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@humanitywins.net. Please be sure to check out our friends from Waking the Future and their awaken-attire.com shop. They gave me my first opportunity to speak about this and I will be forever grateful. Link to their channel and shop on the show notes. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.humanitywins.net. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.